So recently, I was reading the Gospels all the way through, and one thing that really stuck out to me while reading the Gospel of John was what Christ said, unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you will not have life within you. And it got me thinking about something really important that us as Catholics, and I'm calling out Orthodox as well, we have become so big trying to water down Christianity and be nice to the Protestants and all, and be like, yeah, you guys are Christians. I'm not saying they're not Christians, but like, yeah, what you guys are doing is okay. Everything's fine. But then that verse reminded me again of the fact that, do you actually believe that Jesus is being completely honest right there? Of course, Jesus can't lie. So yes, he's being completely honest right there. And if he's being honest right there, how the flip of the dolphin are you supposed to argue the fact that you don't need the Eucharist? If he's telling the truth there, unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you do not have life within you. That is a dangerous road that we're walking on, Protestants. That is a very dangerous road that we're walking on. Because if Christ is being literal there, if Christ is telling the truth there, then you are dead right now. You are dead. Think about that. You are dead. You are dead. I don't know how many times I have to say that before you finally get in your head. If Christ is being truthful there, and again, Christ does not lie, then you are dead. You do not have life within you. Christ is not with you if you do not have his body in you. If you do not go and convert again to Christ's church, if you do not kneel and receive Christ in the Eucharist, you do not have life within you. If I were you, I would not risk it. The only argument you could have to justify it is saying that God is not being truthful there. He's not being literal there. He's whatever you want, like something like that. And that is bonkers, crazy, absolutely insane. So if God is being truthful, if God is saying exactly what he is saying there, then you are dead. You do not have life within you. Unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you do not have life within you. That is a risk I personally would never be willing to take. Yes, I'm a cradle Catholic, so I never, thank God, I've never been in a situation where I had to worry about that. But you are in that situation. You are among those disciples that turn their back on that. I will talk in a different video more about why it's truly God's body and blood. But if Christ was being truthful when he said that that was his body and his blood, and that if you didn't have it, you didn't have life within you, again, you are dead. I could say that hundreds of times, and there are still Protestants who will not listen, who refuse to wake up enough to say, wait a second, is Christ actually being truthful when he says that you will not have life within you if you do not take of his body and his blood? People who refuse to turn to Christ in his Eucharist, people who choose to deny Christ, they are those disciples who turned away. And as so many scholars have pointed out, this is the one time people turned away from Christ. The one time, well, of course, people have turned away from Christ, became atheists, but while Jesus was preaching, this is the only time in the gospel it actually says people said that this teaching was too hard and they walked away. And what did Christ do in that moment? He doubled down on it. He said again, not once, but multiple times, he said, amen, amen, I say to you, unless you eat of my body and drink my blood, you do not have life within you. That is not a joking matter. That is not something you can just lightly brush past. It is something serious. And again, you are dead. That is the message of this video. You are dead. And as for my Protestant brothers and sisters, I strongly suggest praying and thinking about it and eventually coming back to the church Christ established 2,000 years ago. We would be more than happy to allow you to join the wedding feast of the Lamb again. I'm praying for you. Please pray for me. Till next time, Peter Wary, signing off.